Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Brain, where learning English feels natural, comfortable, and truly enjoyable. We're so grateful you've chosen to spend your time with us today.
Welcome, welcome. It's wonderful to have you here. Whether you're listening while having your morning coffee, taking a walk, or relaxing at home, we're glad you're joining us for this conversation.
Today, we're exploring something incredibly important and useful. It's a question you'll hear again and again throughout your life, in so many different situations.
That's absolutely right, Emily. Today's topic is tell me about yourself. Such a simple question, but it can feel challenging when someone asks you, can't it?
It really can, Paul. People ask this question everywhere. In a new class, at a new job, when you meet someone at a party, when you're making new friends, or even at a job interview.
And sometimes, even though we know ourselves very well, it's hard to know exactly what to say or where to start.
Exactly! So today, we're going to break it down step by step. We'll make it easy, natural, and even fun. By the end of this episode, you'll feel confident answering this question anywhere, anytime.
That sounds perfect, Emily. But before we dive in, we want to remind our amazing listeners, if you're enjoying the English Brain, please subscribe to our channel. It helps us reach more English learners around the world.
Yes, and click that like button. It truly makes a difference. Also, share this podcast with your friends, family, or anyone who's learning English. Learning together is always more fun and motivating.
We really appreciate your support. It helps us create more content for you every single week.
Okay, so let's begin. Paul, I want to start with you. Tell me about yourself.
Oh, jumping right in. Okay, let me think. Where should I start? There's so much I could say.
That's exactly the feeling everyone has. So let's make it simple. Start with the easiest thing, your name. What is your name?
My name is Paul. P-A-U-L. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Paul. My name is Emily. And listeners, did you notice how we spelled our names? That's helpful when meeting someone new, especially if your name is unique or might be hard to spell.
Absolutely, Emily. When you introduce yourself, you can say, "My name is," and then spell it if needed. It shows you care about people remembering your name correctly.
Perfect. Now, after names, the next natural question is, where are you from? This helps people understand your background and can lead to wonderful conversations.
Good question. I am from a beautiful coastal town in Australia. It's sunny most of the year, and we have amazing beaches. What about you, Emily? Where are you from?
I'm from a small village in Ireland. It's very green with rolling hills and lots of rain. Very different from your sunny beaches.
So different, but both beautiful in their own way. Listeners, notice how we didn't just say, "I'm from Australia." We added a little detail. "I'm from a coastal town in Australia" sounds much more interesting than just "I'm from Australia."
Exactly, Paul. Adding one or two details makes your answer more engaging and gives people something to ask you about next. They might say, "Oh, what's the weather like there?" Or, "I've always wanted to visit the coast."
Now, related to where you're from, people often ask, "Where do you live now?" Because sometimes these are different.
That's a great point. For example, I'm from Ireland, but I currently live in a big city in Canada. It's busy and multicultural, very different from my quiet village.
And I'm from Australia, but now I live in a medium-sized city in the United States. I moved here 5 years ago for work and ended up staying.
See how that tells a little story? Listeners, you can practice this. I'm from, but now I live in. It's a simple but effective way to share your journey.
Now, let's talk about your living situation. Do you live in a house or an apartment? This is common small talk that helps people understand your lifestyle.
I live in a cozy apartment on the third floor of an old building. It's small, but has big windows that let in lots of natural light. I love it. What about you, Paul?
I live in a house with a small backyard. It's perfect for my morning coffee and reading outdoors when the weather is nice. I also have a little vegetable garden where I grow tomatoes and herbs.
A garden. That's wonderful. See, listeners, adding these small personal details makes your introduction memorable and interesting. People will remember the person with the vegetable garden much more than just the person from America.
So true, Emily. Now, let's talk about age. This question isn't always asked, especially in professional settings, but in casual conversations or classes, it's quite common.
Right. If someone asks, "How old are you?" you can simply say, "I'm 32 years old," or "I'm in my early 30s." Both are perfectly fine.
And if you're not comfortable sharing your exact age, you can be more general. I'm in my 20s, I'm in my mid-40s, or I'm a young adult. There's no pressure to give exact numbers.
Exactly. For me, I'm 35 years old. I'm at that stage where I feel experienced, but still young enough for adventures. Paul, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Not at all, Emily. I'm 29 years old, almost 30. It's an exciting time. Feels like the start of a new chapter.
Beautiful way to describe it. Now, here comes one of the most important questions. What do you do? This means your job, your studies, or your main daily activity.
This is where you can really shine because you get to talk about something you spend a lot of time doing. For me, I'm an English teacher, specializing in conversational English. I love helping people communicate confidently.
That's wonderful, Paul, and you can hear the passion in your voice. I'm a content creator and podcast host. I create educational content that makes learning English fun and accessible for everyone.
Perfect examples. Notice we didn't just say, I'm a teacher or I work in media. We added a little more detail to make it interesting.
Yes, and if you're a student, you can say, "I'm a student at University of Toronto studying psychology." Or if you're between jobs, "I'm currently looking for opportunities in marketing." Always frame it positively.
Great advice, Emily. Now let's move to family. Family is a warm, personal topic that helps people connect with you on a deeper level.
Do you have any brothers or sisters, Paul?
Yes, I do. I have one older brother and one younger sister. My brother is 32 and works as an engineer. My sister is 25 and she's a veterinarian. She loves animals so much.
What a nice family. I have two sisters, both older than me. One is a nurse, and the other is a high school teacher. We're all very close, even though we live in different cities now.
That's lovely. And what about your parents, Emily? What do they do?
My mother is retired now, but she used to be a librarian. She still loves books and reading. My father is a carpenter. He builds beautiful furniture and actually made the bookshelf in my apartment.
How special. A handmade bookshelf from your father. Those are the details that make introductions memorable. My mother is a school principal, and my father runs a small bakery. He makes the most delicious sourdough bread.
A bakery. That sounds amazing. I bet your house always smelled wonderful growing up.
It really did. Listeners, notice how talking about family naturally leads to stories and connections. Don't just list facts, share a little details that bring your family to life.
Absolutely. Now, let's talk about pets. This is a fun topic that often gets people excited and smiling.
Oh, I love talking about pets. Do you have any pets, Emily?
Yes, I have a cat named Whiskers. She's gray and white, about 3 years old, and extremely curious. She loves sitting by the window watching birds.
Whiskers. That's such a classic cat name. I love it. I have a dog named Charlie. He's a golden retriever, very friendly and energetic. Every morning he wakes me up because he's so excited for his walk.
Dogs and their enthusiasm for walks, it never gets old, does it? Listeners, if you have a pet, describing them is a wonderful way to show your personality. If you don't have a pet, you can say, I don't have a pet right now, but I'd love to have a dog someday.
Great point. Now, let's move to something everyone loves talking about, favorite things. Let's start with food. What's your favorite food, Emily?
This is tough because I love so many foods. But if I had to choose one, I'd say homemade lasagna. My grandmother used to make it every Sunday, and it brings back so many wonderful memories. The layers of pasta, cheese, meat sauce, and bechamel.
That sounds absolutely delicious, and I love how you connected it to your grandmother. Food and memories go hand in hand. My favorite food is Thai green curry with jasmine rice. I love the combination of spicy, sweet, and savory flavors. It's comforting and exciting at the same time.
Thai curry is incredible. So we have Italian and Thai as our favorites. Very international. What kind of food do you not like, Paul?
I'm not a fan of very bitter foods, like bitter melon or extremely dark chocolate. I prefer flavors that are balanced. What about you, Emily?
I really don't enjoy oysters. I've tried them several times, but I just can't acquire a taste for them. The texture doesn't appeal to me.
That's fair. Many people feel that way about oysters. Listeners, it's perfectly fine to share what you don't like, too. It makes you human and relatable. Just don't be negative about it. Keep it light.
Exactly. Now, favorite colors. This is a simple but revealing question. Paul, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color is deep blue, like the ocean at sunset. It's calming but also has depth. I find it very soothing. What's yours, Emily?
I love forest green. It reminds me of nature, hiking trails, and the Irish countryside. It feels alive and peaceful at the same time.
Ocean blue and forest green, both nature-inspired colors. I think our color choices say something about us, don't they?
They really do. Moving on, favorite animals. Paul, I'm guessing yours is a dog because of Charlie.
You guessed right. Dogs are definitely my favorite. They're loyal, loving, and they live fully in the present moment. We can learn a lot from dogs. What's your favorite animal, Emily?
I adore elephants. They're intelligent, have incredible memories, live in close family groups, and they show empathy. Plus, they're gentle giants despite their size.
Elephants are magnificent creatures. Great choice. Now let's talk about hobbies, the activities we do for joy and relaxation. What are your hobbies, Emily?
I have several hobbies that I rotate depending on my mood. I love reading, especially historical fiction and mystery novels. I can lose hours in a good book. I also enjoy hiking on weekends. Being in nature clears my mind. And recently, I started learning to play the ukulele.
The ukulele! That's wonderful. How's it going?
I'm still a beginner, but I can play a few simple songs now. It's challenging, but very rewarding. What about your hobbies, Paul?
I'm passionate about photography. I love capturing everyday moments and beautiful landscapes. It makes me see the world more carefully. I also enjoy cooking and trying new recipes every weekend, and I practice yoga 3 times a week for physical and mental balance.
Photography, cooking, and yoga. That's a great combination. Very creative and balanced. Listeners, notice how we didn't just list hobbies. We explained why we enjoy them or what they do for us. This adds depth to your introduction.
Absolutely, Emily. You might say, I love reading because it helps me relax, or I enjoy running because it clears my mind. The because makes it personal.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about music. Music is universal, and it's a great conversation topic. What kind of music do you listen to, Paul?
I'm quite eclectic with music. I love indie folk music for relaxing, electronic music when I'm working out, and classical music when I need to focus. What about you, Emily?
I'm a big fan of classic rock from the 70s and 80s. Bands like Queen, the Beatles, and Led Zeppelin. I also enjoy traditional Irish music. It connects me to my roots.
Classic rock and traditional music. Beautiful combination. Music really does connect us to our emotions and memories.
It absolutely does. Now, movies and TV shows, another great topic. Do you like watching movies, Paul?
I love movies. I'm a big fan of thought-provoking dramas and documentaries. I also enjoy good comedies because laughter is so important. What about you, Emily?
I'm drawn to adventure and fantasy films, anything that takes me to another world. I also love animated movies because they're so creative and beautiful. Recently, I've been watching more international films to explore different cultures.
International films are wonderful for that. So we've covered a lot now. Names, origins, living situations, age, jobs, family, pets, favorite things, hobbies, music, movies. That's quite a comprehensive introduction.
It is. But here's the important thing, listeners. You don't need to share all of this information at once. That would be overwhelming.
Exactly, Emily. The key is to choose what's appropriate for the situation. In a job interview, focus on your professional background and skills. At a party, share your hobbies and interests. In a language class, talk about why you're learning English.
Perfect advice. Let's practice different scenarios. Imagine you're in a new English class. How would you introduce yourself, Paul?
Okay, here's how I might do it. Hello, everyone. My name is Paul. I'm from Australia, but now I live in California. I am an English teacher, and I'm taking this class to improve my teaching methods and learn new techniques. In my free time, I enjoy photography and yoga. I am looking forward to learning with all of you.
That was perfect. About 30 to 40 seconds, friendly, informative, and you ended with a forward-looking statement. Now, let me try a job interview scenario. Good morning, my name is Emily. I'm originally from Ireland and have been living in Canada for the past 8 years. I'm a content creator with over 5 years of experience in educational media. I'm passionate about making learning accessible and engaging. I'm excited about this position because it aligns perfectly with my skills and values. I look forward to contributing to your team.
Excellent. Professional, concise, and you connected your experience to the position. See how we adapted our introductions based on the context?
Now let's try a casual party scenario. Paul, imagine we just met at a friend's birthday party. Introduce yourself.
Sure. Hi, I'm Paul. I actually know the birthday person through a photography class we took together last year. I love taking photos, especially of landscapes and street scenes. I also have a golden retriever who's basically my adventure companion. What brings you here?
Notice how you ended with a question? That keeps the conversation flowing naturally. Very smooth.
Thank you. Your turn, Emily. Casual party introduction.
Okay. Hey, I'm Emily. I work with the birthday person. We're on the same team at work. Outside of work, I'm a big bookworm, and I recently started learning ukulele, which is harder than I expected. I also love hiking whenever I get the chance. How do you know everyone here?
Perfect. Friendly, relatable, and engaging. Listeners, did you hear how both of us ended with questions? That's a great technique to keep conversations going.
Absolutely. When someone asks, "Tell me about yourself," they're really inviting you to start a conversation, not give a speech.
Exactly, Emily. It's an invitation to connect. So let's talk about some common mistakes people make when introducing themselves.
Good idea. The first mistake is sharing too much information too quickly. You don't need to tell your entire life story in 2 minutes.
Right. Keep it concise, about 30 to 60 seconds for casual situations, maybe up to 2 minutes for professional settings like interviews.
Another mistake is being too general or vague. Instead of just saying, "I like music," say, "I love indie folk music, and I'm learning to play guitar."
Yes, specific details make you memorable. Another mistake is speaking in a monotone voice or looking down. Remember to make eye contact, smile, and show enthusiasm.
Great point, Paul. Your body language and tone are just as important as your words. Even in voice conversations like phone calls, people can hear your smile.
They really can. Now, let's practice some useful phrases for introducing yourself. Repeat after us, listeners. Ready?
My name is, and I'm from.
I currently live in, where I work as a,
In my free time, I enjoy, and.
I'm passionate about, because.
One interesting thing about me is that.
I'm looking forward to.
Excellent practice. Now, let's talk about adapting your introduction for different English-speaking cultures.
That's important. In American culture, for example, people tend to be quite friendly and open. They might ask personal questions fairly quickly.
In British culture, people might be a bit more reserved initially. Small talk about weather or general topics often comes before personal questions.
In Australian culture, people are generally very casual and friendly. Humor and self-deprecation are common.
The key is to observe and adapt. Pay attention to how others are introducing themselves and follow their lead.
Absolutely, Emily. And remember, it's okay to feel nervous. Even native English speakers sometimes feel awkward when asked to introduce themselves.
So true. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. That's why we encourage you to practice right now.
Yes. Pause this podcast and say your introduction out loud. Pretend you're meeting someone new. Go ahead, we'll wait.
Did you do it? How did it feel? Remember, practicing alone is valuable because it builds muscle memory. Your mouth and brain need practice forming these sentences.
Another great way to practice is recording yourself on your phone. Listen back and notice what sounds good and what you might want to improve.
You can also practice with a friend who's learning English. Take turns introducing yourselves and give each other feedback.
Now, before we finish today, let's do one final comprehensive practice. I'll introduce myself fully using everything we've learned. Then Emily will do the same.
Perfect. Go ahead, Paul.
Hello, my name is Paul. I'm originally from a coastal town in Australia, but I've been living in California for the past 5 years. I'm 29 years old and work as an English teacher, specializing in conversational skills. I live in a house with a small garden where I grow vegetables. I have a wonderful golden retriever named Charlie who keeps me active. My family includes my parents and 2 siblings back in Australia. In my free time, I'm passionate about photography, cooking, and yoga. I love indie folk music and enjoy thought-provoking films. My favorite food is Thai green curry, and I'm not a big fan of bitter flavors. One thing people might not know about me is that I'm learning to speak Spanish. I'm excited to continue growing both personally and professionally.
That was wonderful. Comprehensive, but not overwhelming. My turn. Hi, everyone. I'm Emily. I was born and raised in a small village in Ireland, but I've called home Canada for the past 8 years. I'm 35 years old and work as a content creator and podcast host, creating educational English content. I live in a cozy apartment with lots of natural light and my curious cat, Whiskers. I have 2 older sisters and parents who still live in Ireland. I love reading historical fiction, hiking in nature, and I recently started learning ukulele. I'm a big fan of classic rock and Irish traditional music. My favorite food is my grandmother's homemade lasagna, though I can't eat oysters. My favorite color is forest green, and I adore elephants for their intelligence and empathy. I'm looking forward to helping more people discover the joy of English learning.
Fantastic. Both of our introductions felt natural, informative, and engaging.
They did, Paul. And listeners, that's what you should aim for. Natural, authentic, and comfortable.
Remember, tell me about yourself isn't a test. It's an opportunity to share who you are and connect with others.
Be yourself. Be genuine. And don't worry about being perfect. People connect with authenticity, not perfection.
Speaking of connection, we'd love to connect with you. Go to the comment section below and introduce yourself. Write 2 to 3 sentences using what we learned today.
For example, you might write, "My name is Maria. I'm from Mexico and I love learning languages. In my free time, I enjoy cooking and playing with my dog."
Or, "Hi, I'm John from South Korea. I'm a university student studying engineering. I'm passionate about music and play the drums."
We'll read every comment and reply to as many as we can. We genuinely want to get to know you.
And if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to The English Brain, give us a thumbs up, and share this with anyone learning English.
Your support helps us create more content and reach more learners around the world.
Next week, we'll talk about daily routines in English, another super practical topic.
Until then, keep practicing your introduction. Say it in the mirror, record it on your phone, practice with friends.
The more you practice, the more confident you'll become. And confidence is key to great communication.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us at The English Brain. We truly appreciate you.
Remember, learning English is a journey, not a destination. Be patient with yourself and celebrate every small victory.
You're doing amazing. Keep going. We believe in you.
Take care, everyone. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep learning.
Goodbye for now. See you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone. Stay curious and keep your English brain active.